All right, guys, welcome to part two of our EA discussions. We're gonna keep talking about today Ubisoft, Nintendo, and Sony. Who else? Who had the last conference though?
The last conference overall, Nintendo.
Overall, yeah,
Yeah, Nintendo.
did.
Now we didn't. I didn't see the PC conference just because I'm not too big into PC gaming. I have a gaming PC, but it's not anything special. So I didn't bother watching the PC one. But Ubisoft and Sony were on the same day, and then Nintendo that day after. Mm-hmm. So if you want to catch our first episode, we talk about EA, Bethesda, and Xbox, and Microsoft. Now we're going to talk about Ubisoft first because they were the first one to go, and they started off with the Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom game, a strategy RPG.
It's like XCOM.
Yeah, like XCOM, which I've never been interested in XCOM, but the Mario one actually looked pretty fun.
It looked interesting. It looked something different. And you know what's weird is that Nintendo actually let them do whatever they told them, make a game with our characters, and they decided to go on that route.
Well, that's good. I mean, it shows Nintendo's, needs some games, and they're willing to work with a third-party developer, as corrupt as Ubisoft, but whatever.
That's true. Very true.
Also, Ubisoft in their press conference, they showed a Nintendo game. Is it exclusive to Nintendo?
Yeah, it's going to be on the Switch. It's a strategy RPG. It looks fun. It's with Mario, all the Mario characters, and then they're Rabbids, which is basically the minions.
Just
Rabbids.
Of gaming.
Right.
The minions of gaming, basically.
So it looked pretty cool. It was interesting. The guy who developed the game was in tears probably just because he was so happy to actually see a game that he made. Like that was pretty like, oh man, why is he crying? Stop crying.
Made a lot of people want to cry.
Yeah, it definitely did. And then, so the big thing from Ubisoft, I guess, mainly was Assassin's Creed and Far Cry. I don't remember anything else too much that they had to show.
What about that?
I didn't watch it.
Spaceship game.
The spaceship game?
Yeah, it's like the toys.
Oh my god, that's right.
You click the toy into your controller. No matter what controller you have, PS4, Switch, Xbox One, you connect this airplane to your controller and you just clip on parts to it so they can change in the game.
Right.
So they're gonna do the same thing like Amiibo and the Skylanders thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks stupid. The guy did say that you don't have to purchase that toy thing. You can get everything digital. But I was just like, what is it with? Huh?
The game itself looked good to me. I'm actually looking forward to seeing more of that game, but not the whole. You gotta buy this piece of armor or this chip to have it in the game.
You buy Amiibos. What's the dang difference?
I only have one Amiibo.
Biggest waste. I mean, I can understand if you get them to collect because you think they're going to be Beanie Babies one day, but like, what the hell? It's like, you're so stupid. Like, that's my thing with Nintendo is these damn gimmicks. But we'll get into Nintendo when we talk about Nintendo. But yeah, so Far Cry 5. I was actually really excited about Far Cry 5 going into E3, but once they showed the gameplay, I kind of like, nah, it didn't look that good.
Oh, Far Cry?
I was never a big fan of. Wait, you talking about Far Cry?
Yeah, Far Cry.
Oh, I heard Assassin's Creed. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel that those type of like when they show those things they're scripted, so I don't know how to feel about that.
Well, especially with Ubisoft, you definitely know that it's not legit gameplay. It might not even be legit graphics, but like. The way they were moving, like the enemies look so like, what are they? Like they're just hopping around the fence. Like I was like, what is that? Like that looks so bad.
I never understood why they can't just get a gamer and just okay, this mission, do this, and then go do this, and just play like you want to, and that would show more gameplay than the crap that they showed.
I have a theory about that. Because I think they don't care about getting a real person who plays video games in there, and it's always like some stupid intern like, oh my god, Johnny, I'm gonna press X. Like because the audience aren't really gamers. They're journalists. Like, they're more journalists than they are gamers, which is why you don't see any of them like even applauding. Or, yeah, they're just like, oh, great, yeah, Far Cry 5. It looks really cool. Let me write in my blog. Like,
we'll talk more about that part on the PlayStation one.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
But yeah, Far Cry 5 was a little underwhelming, the gameplay wise.
Yeah,
so
I was expecting more.
I was really excited for that game, and I'm kind of pushing it back now. So, and then they showed that it didn't show much. It was just a trailer, and then I'm glad they didn't change anything with all these racists trying to have them change the game because they're mad that you're shooting white people. Okay, and they keep saying religious white people. It's a cult, you idiots. Like. I'm glad Ubisoft didn't change anything there, so we still get to kill insane white people. That's great. It's gonna be great. Okay.
I think that's why Matt wants it.
Just to spite them. I hate morons like that. I'm offended. Change everything about you.
Beyond Good and Evil.
Beyond Good. Now, I never played the first one. I will play it now that we have Xbox original games coming to Xbox One.
It was free, man.
Oh, the remastered 360 one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never played.
I don't know if you have it.
I might have. I have to check my library. But it was just a CGI trailer. It didn't show any gameplay or anything like that. They showed a little bit afterwards, like in the background. But so that there was a little bit of a little too much unnecessary cursing, if you ask me. Like they were saying that F word every 3 seconds. It's like, why? Like, it's stupid.
It's a prequel too. It's not like it's not a sequel. It's a prequel before.
Yeah,
part one.
Good. Yeah,
before the girl was born. Apparently, that's her mother.
Yeah. So I don't know anything about the first one. So I'll try to check it out because it does have a huge following. Even those developers, the guy who made it, got really emotional when he came on stage. So I mean, Ubisoft probably was like the most heartfelt one, which is surprising because Ubisoft is usually the fakest one. And then Assassin's Creed Origins. Probably
what did you hate the most, Matt? What was the thing that clicked on you and said no?
I can't decide what I hate more, Destiny 2 or Assassin's Creed Origins.
Destiny. Destiny.
Assassin's Creed Origins looks so underwhelming. It looks like okay. I get that they've taken. Juan, you keep muting yourself.
Yeah, I hear it click.
Yeah,
Sorry.
It's like clicks every time. It's annoying.
Sorry.
It's like into my eardrums. Assassin's Creed Origins. So you would think if you're doing a presentation at E3 about your game that no one's seen, and this is the first time you're going to show them gameplay, you would make sure that the gameplay you show them is smooth and doesn't have bugs in it. And as it started, it was fine. But when it got to the end where you were killing the boss's bodyguard, like it got so buggy. The sword was not even hitting like he did an execution. It wasn't even in the character. Like it was outside of him. It just looked so bad. The graphics they did not look good at all. And they claimed that it was running on Xbox One X. But I mean, Ghost Recon Wildlands had better graphics than that. It did not look good at all to me. Now, a lot of people saying it was the most gorgeous game at E3. What are you looking at? Like, are you a 3DS player and this is the first time you've seen real graphics?
but Matt, what you're gonna have is people tell you that maybe because it's your monitor that you're using didn't show it as good as they saw it.
No.
That's what you're gonna have people tell you in the comment section.
Well, they're wrong, okay, because it looked like crap. All right, and they said now I have a theory. I don't think it was running on an Xbox One X. I think it was running on an Xbox One S because when they showed the Xbox, it was white.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they haven't announced any other colors except for the black.
Exactly.
So unless they're just holding that out for E3 like special event type of deal like they did last year, or anybody that got an Xbox One at E3, it was a white one, then
yeah, I don't know.
I think that was running on the S. That wasn't running on the XX.
Right. It looked dumb to me. So it's hard for me to say. Assassin's Creed was such a great series up until like 3 games ago. And so in Egypt, I mean, if you just look at the scenery, there's not a lot of tall buildings. There's not a lot of, towers. They incorporated this stupid eagle mechanic, which is basically the drone from freaking Ghost Recon, which is absolutely dumb. An eagle, and all of a sudden you just zoom in and you spot all the enemies in the area. Like, it doesn't feel like an Assassin's Creed game.
No, it doesn't make sense. I mean, if you're gonna try to be realistic, which they were trying to do, and I don't know if they're trying to do, but that's not realistic. I can't have an eagle throw him up in the air and be like, hey, can you spot him for me? Can I look through your eyes?
Exactly. That's stupid. Like, I don't know.
You know what's... Matt, have you guys heard about that whole $800 collector's edition, right?
Yes.
That's garbage. That is garbage.
Yeah, I saw that.
You pay $800, you get the game, plus a statue of the main guy with his bird, 10 boxes of the game, of the cover,
a map.
2. I don't know what you need. 2, a map, and that's basically it. All the expansions.
I think you get a replica helmet or something like that too, or mask or something.
Yeah, you get
nothing worth $800.
No, actually, you know what? There was a show that actually did the math.
Wait. The Arc one sounds better than an Xbox One X sounds better than that $800 collecting edition.
Yeah,
that's not the Arc rings. It's 100 it's cheap.
No, it's only 160. But you could technically you can buy an Xbox One X and a PlayStation 4 for the price of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, basically. There's a group of guys on YouTube. They did the math. You can get an eagle, a real eagle, okay? You can get an eagle. You can get 2 knives and be just like the assassins. You can get an airplane ticket to Egypt, and you can rent a used car in Egypt and pay for 3 nights in Egypt for $800.
Get the heck out of here!
$800.
I believe
if they included that in the Assassin's Creed Collector's Edition, where it's a paid trip, then maybe. But not some dang statues.
I'll send Matt the link later so you can see what I was talking about. They did the math and that's what it comes out to.
But that'd be tight if they did a collector's edition like that. We're see where we got our inspiration from. In this edition
and you can get the game. You can get the game with that, with all that too.
Yeah. Then I'd be going I'll get the collector's edition.
Or come visit our we'll bring you to the studio. Yeah, and they're only making 999 of them, so they could do actually it's the biggest ripoff. That's why a lot of people said Ubisoft won E3 with their announcements, and it's are you really looking at what they announced and how they're going about it? Because that is ridiculous. And I don't know. Assassin's Creed, just with the gameplay that they showed, we watched for 30 minutes after their press conference. It was just stupid. I mean, it was more of the same. It just nothing really cool. They've been developing this game for a while, and they took a break from doing it year after year. So we were expecting something really cool. And I don't even like the fact that the origin of the Assassins comes from Egypt. I mean, I know they can play a lot with that history because we don't know a lot about the Egyptian culture, but it's just I feel like I'm going back to Assassin's Creed 1 again.
Well, man, it's not even that. Remember when they were we're going to show you guys gameplay, and they showed over the shoulder of the guy playing on a monitor. It's we want to see actual gameplay, not the shoulder of somebody playing it.
Yeah, after the presentation, they showed the actual gameplay, but that's Ubisoft's problem. They used to always have Aisha Taylor or whatever her name is, and she was always so stupid on the thing. So she doesn't play any video games, and then all they had is this dumb panel outside making jokes. You don't play any video games either. Give me people that at least seem like they play video games.
Yeah, and they didn't have anybody.
Yeah, so that was Ubisoft, second to worst in my book. But we'll go over each one and rate them individually afterwards. We go on to this. So, and then we had Sony later that day.
Sony. My love, yes.
Now, Sony didn't really have too many big, huge announcements. Everyone was expecting a price drop on the PS4 Pro. They didn't announce that. What they just did, they came out and, I mean, their stage was interactive or whatever, and they just showed a bunch of games, bunch of new games, and some of the games that we were expecting: God of War, Event Horizon Zero Dawn DLC,
Uncharted DLC,
Days Gone.
Days Gone.
That's the zombie one.
Yeah, that's the zombie one with like the horde from like what's that, 28 Days Later and stuff like that, which looks
World
really
War Z?
creepy.
World War Z.
Yeah, World War Z. Like, it looks like, I don't know how they were able to do that. I wonder how many actual zombies we'll be able to get on screen at once, but that game does look freaky.
Yeah.
And then the giant
Shadow Colossus, don't skip that one.
I haven't even got to that yet. There was a string of 3 announcements which covered mine, Jonathan, and Juan's bases. It was the greatest moment in E3 history. We've been waiting since
it was more for us Gaming VUE history, because a lot of people already
No, I don't give a crap. It was the greatest moment in E3 history. We've been waiting since 2004 for this. We've been saying it since 2006. Freaking Monster Hunter on console. On actual systems.
Yes, clarify it. A real console, not Wii U. Wii U's a console, but it didn't have the potential to run.
No, we were playing a smoother PlayStation portable version on the Wii, and with a dumb controller. No, a real console version of Monster Hunter World. We were freaking out. I'm gonna cut the clip in here. Oh my god.
I was so excited.
Everyone.
For you.
Monster Hunter! It's Monster Hunter!
Bro, this is Monster Hunter.
It's Monster Hunter!
This is Monster Hunter Day 1. Xbox. I'm getting a PS4. Oh.
Yeah, this is streaming.
Oh, get the freak out of here. Bro, I'm getting a PS4. That's it.
It's gotta be Monster Hunter.
Is it Monster Hunter?
That's the great sword.
Racking! Yes,
they're busting out of here.
Finally, on a real system with good graphics.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, why did they have to do this? I wanted an Xbox One X.
I know. Are you kidding me? I'm so pissed. Look at him, he's carving. That has to be Monster Hunter.
What the hell are you guys talking about? I don't see any carving going on.
Jonathan's ahead of us.
Wall.
He's hiding.
Bro, this is
Hunter.
That's the great sword. No, he is carving. That's
You have a trail of gold.
Look at the.
He's sharpening.
Yes, that's the Devil Joe or the something. That's not a Devil Joe. It looks like a Devil Joe. He put camouflage on. This is Monster Hunter on PlayStation.
This is Monster Hunter. Bro, I'm about to throw up. I'm about to freaking throw up. Oh.
Yes, it is. Those are the dinosaurs.
PlayStation 4. Hello.
Oh my god.
Get the. I am out of words. Oh my god, this is Monster. My dreams have come true.
No, it froze.
He grappled hook on him? Are you kidding me? Oh! I'm gonna wake my mom up. She's gonna get pissed. Oh!
What?
Shut out. Shut up. You're gonna get a fight.
He's swinging like.
Yes, I know. Shut.
Oh, Levolution?
Come out of my mouth.
Levolutions? Yes. That's it. This is it.
It's fighting another.
It's fighting a Rathalos. Yes.
Bro. Oh, PS4s. Oh. Yes, Capcom. It's Monster Hunter. That. Yes.
Final Monster Hunter World.
Stop freezing. Stop freezing. Monster Hunter World.
Yes.
Yes. Oh. There goes my life. I'm gonna gain 500 pounds and grow another tumor. Oh my god.
Dang.
I'm gonna grow 500 pounds. Hello, overweight.
Guns? Machine gun?
Early 2018
already.
Oh my god, that to me stole the show. I don't think it stole the E3. That was the peak. That was the.
You want to know how much fanboys we are? We were instantly ready to buy a PlayStation 4 Pro.
Yeah, I was so stoked for it when I saw that Microsoft conference. I was like, "Oh yes, I'm getting Xbox One X." All these
you guys
were
ready. You guys were ready to jump out the door and go get a game. Go to GameStop and buy a PS4. And I was like, "No, guys, come down. Let's see what happens.
No, we were literally.
They announced that. I was like, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, screw everything I saw on Microsoft E3. I'm getting a PS4 tomorrow. If it announced that Monster Hunter was coming out tomorrow.
Oh my god!
I would have gone that same day, traded my Xbox with all my games, and got a PS4 and a Monster Hunter that day, and bought everything. I would buy Xbox One like after.
Well, and even usually when they announce games, you don't know when they're coming out. Monster Hunter's coming out early next year, which was like another like what? Yes, like finally.
That was like super quick.
Oh my goodness, we were so ready to like abandon Xbox. I mean, we've been tinkering with the idea anyway because we haven't had any games. E3, gave us a little bit of hope, but when they showed Monster Hunter World, if you've never played Monster Hunter, bite the bullet and buy a retarded 3DS and just get that game. It is amazing. 4-player co-op, strategic. It is everything. Everyone does. I love Destiny because of loot. You know the first game that had loot, Monster Hunter. Okay.
Yeah.
To you, Matt. To you.
To everyone, Monster Hunter on PlayStation 2 in 2004 had loot.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd beat the boss and get loot.
And it's not like, I beat the boss and some random skin popped out of his body. No, I carved that crap off his dead carcass. And now I will turn it into my underwear or a knife and kill another monster. It's the greatest game ever made.
Yeah.
The greatest.
I'm sorry.
So I don't give a crap. That was the greatest moment. We had that, and then of course Shadow of Colossus remastered, which I haven't even heard anything about the last, Shadow of Colossus successor that came out. Guardian. I haven't heard too much about it.
Man, I'll be honest with you, man. I was keeping up with that, and within a month, it dropped from $60 to $39.99.
Yeah, and I know people that played it. They said it was really good, but
it had horrible AI control. Like you couldn't control it. The AI didn't want to help you out.
Yeah, it's probably trying to be too innovative for its time, and it was delayed a ton too. So, but let's be real.
A ton.
Let's be real.
Delayed 8 years.
Let's be real. It ain't no Shadow of Colossus. All right.
No.
Is there any game that's Shadow of Colossus?
There's a new one coming out.
No, it is not Shadow of Colossus.
No. I know it's not. But they are fans of Shadow of Colossus, and they were trying to make make a game just like it. It was called. Look it up. It's called Pray for the Gods.
No thanks, because you know what? It ain't gonna be no Shadow of Colossus.
Yeah, especially with the one of the most things I love about Shadow of Colossus was the music, the soundtrack. The soundtrack itself is better than half the games that Xbox owns.
I'm sorry, Shadow of Colossus is a once in a lifetime game. I bet you if you gave the developers, the same exact developers who made Shadow of Colossus, you gave them unlimited money, they would not be able to make a better Shadow of Colossus.
Yeah.
That's a once in a lifetime game. If you have never played it, go to GameStop, get yourself a freaking retarded PlayStation 2 and play Shadow of Colossus.
PS3 and get the remastered.
Play it on the original. You need to appreciate
they remastered it. So this is a third remaster?
No, this is like more than just a remaster though. Like the PlayStation was like an upscale. This is like
this is like completely redone. This is like a remake. Like
this is made for like the PlayStation 4.
Like it was a new game. Completely redone.
But you need to start from the beginning, and you need to play it on PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
And when you kill that first Colossus, and you cry, when that black goose comes out and grabs you, and you cry because of that music, you remember you heard it here first on the Gaming VUE. I'm getting so passionate.
Yeah, I remember when I first killed it and you saw me kill it, you almost cried.
Oh my god, that game.
I feel bad for killing it.
That game is amazing.
Man, I kill people in Fable all the time. That doesn't make me sad.
No, but this is a huge.
Listen to what you
I'm
just said.
Joking. I'm just joking.
Fable.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, there ain't nothing like Shadow of the Colossus. I'm telling you, like that game is complete from beginning to end.
Yeah.
And we played the crap out of it, and there's still so much that we haven't even touched yet.
Yeah, like I still never got to the end, in the beginning, the temple that you spawn in all the time. I never got to the top of it.
Yeah, you have to like eat
What was
all
up
of
there?
the iguana tails. It's a garden.
Yeah, the iguana tails, and then there's the
There's
fruit of the
exploding
trees.
arrows. Like there's tons of stuff. Oh, that game is so good. I might buy a PlayStation just for that game. I don't know. That might be a tough explanation to my wife. Okay.
I got on PS3 just for the
And then
$100.
all right, so we can talk about these two games all day, but let's try to keep moving here. And then for Juan, since me and Jonathan were geeking out over that, well, for Juan, they gave us Marvel's Capcom Infinite, and they released the story beta, the story demo. And they showed a lot of the characters that were leaked like a week before. And so we confirmed pretty much all of them, and some other ones that weren't in the leak.
Yeah, like Zero. Zero was not in the leak, which I was so happy.
Black Panther, was he in the leak?
Nope. He was not in the leak.
So he's a new one. Unfortunately, you're going to have to pay for him. Even though they showed him in the story, you're going to have to pay for Black Panther. And probably with Zero, too.
No, Zero's in the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he a leak?
We'll see.
Or no?
No. Zero's in the game, though.
How do you know?
The guy got asked at the E3. They asked him if he was going to be a DLC. He's like, no, he's going to be on the game from the get-go.
All right.
So I'm happy about that one. If they would have done that, I would have been nope.
You should still be nope.
Nah, I'm good.
That game's going to suck.
We need the views, Matt. Someone needs to get it.
Dude, after that story demo, I don't think anybody cares about watching it. Like, they watched it initially. Now it's like, what the hell is wrong with Chung Lee's head?
Like I was telling you, a lot of the people that were there playing the Versus demo, they say it looked totally different from the story demo.
Why would it look different? It's the same characters.
It's like a earlier version, apparently. Like Maximilian, dude, he said that it looked more polished. It looked better to him than the story mode. He said the story mode looked like crap compared to what he saw at the Versus.
Yeah, but the characters are going to be the same.
What do you mean, like
so you're saying
movesets and stuff?
No, the character designs are going to be the same. You're saying that they changed the character designs from the release of the demo to what they were playing at E3?
They say it looked better.
No. I think probably overall, but not the character designs. Those have got to be the same.
I'm hoping. But maybe my hope is...
You can hope all you want.
I know. Hey, but we got Dragon Ball Fighters, so hey.
Which is the only thing that you should be... they didn't announce that at any of the press conferences, right? That was just...
Yeah, Microsoft.
They announced Dragon Ball Z for Dragon Ball Fighter Z?
Yeah. Actually, Phil Spencer said he went to Japan and he actually talked to me. He said, I want that in my press conference.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah,
I remember I got onto the thing late.
Yeah.
Jonathan, Dragon Ball Z.
That's right. That's right. So, yeah, if you guys haven't seen that game, this is the fighting game that you want to get. Freaking 3 versus 3. The animations look awesome. It's the same people who made Guilty Gear.
Blaze Blue.
Blaze Blue. There's tons of videos out there. You can watch the actual gameplay and fighting. It looks ridiculous.
You know, the funny thing is, Matt, that after they announced that, all their games have gone up in sale. Like, everybody's buying up all their games.
Yeah, because they probably want to learn the mechanics. Because Guilty Gear does have a different mechanic for fighting. Yeah. So they probably want to get into it. Man, I'm getting that game. That game looks awesome. All right, so that was Sony. Pretty impressive, but just not enough. We were ready to jump ship, but once we found out that Monster Hunter is coming out for all the consoles, we were like a sigh of relief. We don't have to abandon Microsoft totally yet.
Yeah,
but
I'm still getting a PS4.
Yeah, eventually I may get one.
Yeah,
but
eventually.
It'll have to be something that draws me to it more than just Shadow of the Colossus. Because I can't justify, even though as great as that game is, I can't justify spending $500 for one game. So Destiny 2. Destiny
I'm getting
2.
I'm getting $250 one. Screw that.
Well, you know what I mean. I like even I can't justify spending $300 for just one game because and I'm not going to play Destiny 2. That game's going to be absolute trash.
All right, well, let's leave for another day.
I just need to throw that in there just in case you know who's listening. Then we rounded it off with Nintendo, which was a short and sweet. I was glad that they didn't pull any retardation stuff that they did in their last E3s with the dumb Muppets and the stupid this and the dumb that.
No, they were straight to the games.
They went straight to the games. They were behind. It was just a video. They didn't even have a conference. It was just a video they showed. And again, the most impressive thing I saw was the Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, because it's the new type of game. I know that Mario Odyssey is going to be amazing. Every Mario game they make is amazing.
Yeah, that game is going to look good.
Whatever. It's just going to be a fun game to play. It's going to be a great game. Then they talked about the DLC for Breath of the Wild.
I want to get that Pokéten
Battle, the Pokemon battle game.
Yeah, it's like a fighting game.
Yeah,
it's made by the guys who made Tekken.
Cool. Yeah,
so that looks good.
Hopefully, it's a little bit more in depth than just BB space BB pause BB. Like most fighting games nowadays. But yeah, that looked interesting. They announced Metroid Prime 4, which they didn't show anything about. They just announced the name, and Nintendo fanboys their heads exploded.
Went crazy. Yeah. Even worse is that they didn't announce a game in there. They announced a game at the Treehouse, which is their expo for the whole week.
Yeah. So.
And they announced a Metroid game for the 3DS, and that's
right. They showed that one. Yeah, they showed that one.
More people hooked up with that one.
I think the most important thing Nintendo showed was Rocket League coming to the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
That and Minecraft. I think it's important for Nintendo. It's important for Nintendo if they want to last. It's important for them to start accepting new things. And Rocket League, although I disagree with the fact that they make Rocket League put some stupid Mario hat on the car, they always have to do that, which I think is dumb on Nintendo's part. But at least they're opening it up hey, let's play. Rocket League is a ridiculously successful game. And so they're bringing and what more fun could it be to play it on the go with the handheld device that is Switch. And it's crossplay. And same with Minecraft. Minecraft is crossplay amongst all the systems except for Sony. Ingenious. Good job there, Nintendo. Nintendo's press conference wasn't that bad. It was pretty good.
Nope.
Yeah, they're actually accepting third-party support.
Somewhat, yes, somewhat.
They are. The
Skyrim thing to me was ridiculous and stupid, and the reason why Nintendo is the reason why companies don't like to work with Nintendo. But at least they're getting Skyrim. It doesn't look that good, but at least they're getting it.
Yeah. I mean, I've never played Skyrim before. I've only borrowed it from Ricardo for an hour or two, and I gave it back to him. But
it'll be fun.
It would be good for people that want to play on the go and just want to have something to kill time whenever they. The
only problem with that
choice.
Skyrim is not a casual game. I mean, it's hard if you stop playing Skyrim for a little bit. It's hard to get back into it.
Yeah.
Maybe after you've beaten the story, maybe then you can. But if you're still in the middle of it, it's kind of hard to get back into it. So it's not a casual game. So that may have it against it, and the stupid Link costume. But whatever. Okay, so Nintendo wasn't the most disappointing for once.
Yeah.
All right, so that's pretty much just E3 in a nutshell. I know it took us 2 episodes to do it, but hopefully, if you missed the first one, catch the first one here, and if you want the second half, this is it. And we're just going to talk about what games we're most excited for individually. Juan has 50. I've narrowed it down to 5. Jonathan, I don't know how many he has. 2, 3.
5.
5. Okay, so Juan. Your mic, Jonathan.
Sorry.
Juan, you go first since you have the most.
You want me to go first?
Yeah. Right. Now, are you going to list these in the order of excitement you have?
From least to best, yes.
So from least to best. So as your list goes, the larger your boner will get.
I wouldn't say that, but okay. All right. So my top like top 10 because I did 10, is Ashen. Ashen?
Ashen. Number 10. That's number 10.
Ashen. Number 10.
Okay.
Then you got Sea of Thieves. Number 9, because like I said, I'm still still on the edge about that because of the whole you have to have a crew to actually play the game and have fun.
Right.
And then we have Battlefront 2 at number 8 because it kind of looks the same as Battlefront 1 at some points, but at the same time it still looks fun. The DLC is gonna be free.
Right.
All right, that's number 7 is Super Lucky Tail.
Okay.
Because it's a platform. We haven't had one like that in Xbox in a while.
Right.
Then 6 we have Mario Odyssey. 5 we have State of Decay. 4 you have Marvel's Capcom. 3 you have Dragon Ball Z. 2 you have Anthem. And 1 Monster Hunter.
Sweet.
Oh, really? I think that'd be number 1. I thought it'd be number 2 or 3 or 4 or 5.
For what, Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
Greatest game ever made, Jonathan.
I'm not denying that, but no, definitely. I just didn't think Juan was that into it like we were.
I know.
Well, it looks like it's gonna be a better game than the PSP one. To me.
Yeah, way better, way better.
Like it'll be something that can actually play, because I always get lost in that game of the leveling and the armors and stuff. But this game looks more modern, so it'll be more, I think, more explainable what's going on.
Well, it's why we always said we wanted on the console, because it will allow them to do, to erase all of the things they had to throw into the PSP version because of the limitations in hardware. Now they can give us what they really want us to give us. So, do you want me to go, Jonathan, or are you gonna go?
I'll go. I'll
Okay.
go first. Next.
Go ahead.
So I have 2 tied for like number 5.
Okay.
I can't decide who's gonna take this spot. It's between Sea of Thieves and State of Decay 2. They both look amazing. But all right, 4. I have.
Hey, hold your wire because it keeps staticking like crazy.
Yeah, I think
There you go, right there.
phone jack is messed up. Okay, hear me good?
Story-driven
Yeah.
co-op
Yeah.
game. It is designed,
Okay.
played,
No.
and experienced
4.
only in
Shut up.
split-screen
4. I
co-op,
have.
which means you have to play the game with a friend, either
Oh,
online
online.
or on your couch. The game starts in a
No Way Out, was it
Play as
a Way Out or something like that?
and Leo. You and a friend
Yeah,
will
way
get
out
to
there.
know your
Thanks.
characters
Well,
and
because that one
unfold their
looks.
story
I
together.
love co-op.
know anything
games.
about me,
so
man.
having to play co-op
Maybe
with someone
not.
try to escape.
But
To me,
Harvey
that's
killed
awesome.
someone
It's
very
a
close to
first of its kind, and not because they're in
Right.
prison.
With or without you,
Okay.
I'm going after him.
Where are you gonna
Uh,
hide
Some of the
that
scenarios in
key?
the game.
3.
I have
On
a
the
nice,
right side,
warm, tight
Lee
place
was already
to
in
stick
prison.
it.
Shut up. Okay. I'm moving on now. 3. I have Black Desert Online. That looks amazing to me.
Okay.
The graphics, the gameplay looks crazy. All right, moving on. 2, I have Anthem. And 1, I have Horse Monster Hunter. That's the thing that's safe to say.
Yeah.
That's number 1, no matter and that's by a long shot.
Yeah.
That's not even close. That's number 1 by a long shot.
All right. All right. So mine is 5th. Oi, papa. Sound like Dumbo.
That was funny.
All right, number 5. Number 5 for me. I have Sea of Thieves, and basically tied with Sea of Thieves. I have Anthem. Anthem, it looked really good, but I think we're so far a ways out. I want to see more before I get really excited for it, because it was really early what we saw. Although it looked amazing, I want to see a little bit more in depth before I get really excited for it. So Sea of Thieves, I put at number 5. Number 2, Battlefront 2. Battlefront 1 looked amazing. So I don't mind that it looks a lot like Battlefront 1, because Battlefront 1 was already ahead of the game as far as detail and graphics and sound. So Battlefront 2 got me when they said free DLC. They were giving it back to the fans because everyone was pissed. It seems like EA actually listened and let DICE do their thing. So Battlefront 2 for me was number 4. Number 3, Black Desert Online. The gameplay looks awesome. cooperative. I know it's an MMO, but maybe it'll be streamlined a little bit with the console. But looked amazing. Looked really cool. Number 2. I'm sorry.
2.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I liked Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I love that game. I still play it. Wasn't too hot about Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I've been wishy-washy on Infinite, and when I played the story demo, although it did feel a lot like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 combo-wise, it looked horrible, and I'm not impressed with that game at all. Dragon Ball Fighter Z looks like a spiritual successor to Marvel vs. Capcom 2 to me. So I'm excited for that game. It looks like it'll be crazy fun to play. And then, of course, number 1, Monster Hunter. Like we said, guys, the greatest game ever freaking made. We've been waiting 14 years for this game to come out on consoles, and we're finally getting our hands on it, bar a worldwide catastrophe.
He's been driving his wife crazy over this game.
Yes, I've been driving her nuts. She's going to hate it by the time it comes out, but all she's got to do is pick up the controller once, and she will understand why it's the greatest game ever made. No. Are you kidding me? She's going to be hooked. It's going to be amazing. We'll be slaying Yenkakus, Yagaruga, all together. Cutting the crap out of them. Rathaloses, freaking Diablo. Oh, my God. Getting goosebumps.
I don't know if it'll be 2-player split screen, Matt.
What? She has an Xbox?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Come on now. Come on now.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
I can't wait for that game. If you've never played it, I'm serious. Go try it. It's awesome.
Like Matt said, go get a retarded
3DS. Yeah. Go get a 2DS and play it on that. Play it on something that doesn't cost you a lot of money, and you'll see what we're talking about. Get a couple friends. I'm telling you, you don't know how many hours we've spent sweating in Jonathan's room, laying around the ground in our underwears, carving Leo Shanlung's back.
underwear.
Yeah, you maybe. I was fully clothed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Me, Jonathan Cassiano, Jesamir Omar,
Angel,
butt naked,
Angel.
carving.
No, no. I don't know what part. I wasn't there for that.
How did this happen?
I wasn't there for that. I don't know
Getting
what
our
you're
butts
talking
whipped by the Fatalists.
Yeah,
oh
Fatalists
God,
is-
that game.
jeez.
That game is awesome.
The Nargacuga. and
Nargacuga. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Try it out, guys. It's an amazing game. Okay, so that's our coverage of E3. We individually live streamed each presentation, so you can catch those on in our video backlog. And we reviewed each presentation immediately afterwards, but we wanted to do this together. I know it's a little bit late, but maybe you'll hear something that you liked or hear something that you didn't catch before, and let us know. If you did, let us know what you think, which presentation or which company you thought won E3. We'll see how many Nintendos we get. And
Yeah, because I heard a lot of people say Nintendo saved E3. No.
yeah, that was a hashtag. It was trending. Nintendo saved E3.
Yeah.
Like from
Let's
what?
be honest here. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be
From
honest
itself?
with everybody that listens to this. I play Nintendo more than anybody here.
Yeah,
No,
you
they didn't. They didn't save nothing. They saved their own butts. That's what they did.
Right.
Announcing good games. That's all they did.
Yeah, and opening themselves up to third party. That's a big need for Nintendo. So they weren't the worst, if you ask me. In my opinion, Bethesda was the worst. Then came Ubisoft, then EA, then Nintendo, then Sony, then Microsoft. I have Microsoft winning the whole thing just because of the big shock in price on the Scorpio. That was it.
The amount of exclusives.
Right. If Monster Hunter was exclusive to Sony, I might have given it to Sony, but we can toss those two up. But I have Microsoft winning it. I have Bethesda being the worst. Nintendo right in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agreed with what you just said. The order.
Yeah. All right. So that's us. That's this week's Gaming VUE Podcast. I think this is episode 8. If you guys haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Let us know what you liked. Let us know who you thought won E3 and why. Let us know why.
It was more like 8 part 2.
Yeah. It's about 40 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. Don't put it into one big one. Put it into 2.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you later.
All right.